Warning, this podcast will contain spoilers. What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the ASOTV podcast for The Vampire Diaries, Season 7, Episode 4, I Carry Your Heart With Me. I'm your host, Mike, and joining me are the lovely ladies, Omikins.
Hello.
Hilo. And Kim.
Hi.
Hi. So, what's up?
I don't know. The roof?
Some days, honey. Some days.
With the fish.
With the fish. Thank you.
What, not to the moon? Because I got that a lot, too.
No, I needed to change it up. I'm tired of quoting Jackie Gleason. I almost forgot who that was. So, where do we start? Last week, we had Damon... No, actually, last week, Oscar got killed. This week, we started off with Damon finding Oscar's corpse in the closet.
I wondered why she moved it.
I mean, really, yeah, why move it?
I don't understand that either. Why bother moving the body?
For dramatic effect?
Maybe.
Did she think it would be hilarious when someone found it?
But I don't think Valerie's the smartest, person ever. I mean, she's just... dumb?
Yeah, she's not.
I don't know if she's dumb. I just don't think she thinks exactly about.
Yeah, she's not really a clear thinker, is she?
No.
No.
So I think it's more about. I think she reacts. She's a reactor.
So she acts before she thinks.
Yeah.
Sounds like somebody I know. He should be in that spot over there.
Hey!
I said should. I'm not talking about you.
Keyword should.
Oh,
So he's cat
should.
instead of-
Him, the other guy.
The other dude.
Alright, so Damon finds the dead Oscar and has to figure out how the fuck to get rid of him, which is fun.
I like the line that Damon's like, we have to get rid of this body, and Stefan's like, no, you have to get rid of this body.
He's like, I'm staying out of this.
Yeah, this is not my deal, dude.
Totally not his deal.
And Damon's like, oh, one day with mommy and your mama's boy. Shut up, Damon. Shut up.
You're just jealous.
So, the two big deals this episode were Damon trying to get Oscar to, not be dead so he can get Elena's body back. And Stefan, with Caroline, trying to distract Nora and Mary Louise because they said, basically that for every hour that Oscar was gone, was it an hour? So for every increment of time,
Yeah.
an hour, that Oscar is gone, we kill another student at Whitmore. Which,
How many did they end up killing? 3?
3, 4, something like that.
3, I think.
They were there for like
Sure.
8 hours, so
Well, they distracted him a few times. They
yeah,
saved a few.
Stefan and Caroline did a good job, I think.
They did a decent distraction job.
Mm-hmm.
I just love that when they're hiding Oscar from the two girls, they're just hanging his body out the window, and everybody's like, yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Hey, it's a Halloween
Hi.
It
decoration.
was a Halloween.
Hi, guys.
That was really good.
Yeah. Alright, so let's start with Damon, who takes the body to Alaric and Bonnie, who are about to try to resurrect Joe. But Damon's like, nope, him first. Which...
I mean, that's actually a good thing for that to happen, because what if it got botched with Joe, and she really did come back a zombie? Then Alaric would be really, really sad, and we'd have no Joe, and the flash forward that we had at the beginning of the episode would never have happened.
Right.
Yeah, we don't know if
We're
that's.
going to talk about that later.
Yeah. But it was cute.
It was adorable. But no, it makes sense. Test it first, because they don't know. Test it on someone you give less of a shit about.
They don't give
When
any
he was on
shits about
fire.
Oscar.
Yeah, I mean, one of the incantations set him on fire, which was great.
That was pretty funny.
So,
was.
after trial and error, multiple incantations setting him on fire, finally they succeed in resurrecting Oscar, who is now undead. Yeah.
And he didn't come back like we were.
No,
Don't.
he didn't.
Thinking.
He didn't come back the chill, wannabe free hippie that we all learned to love, like, instantly.
And
He came back out of the prison. Like, he thought, he's like, where am I? He thought he was still in the prison world. That's how much memory he lost.
right, his amnesia was pretty profuse.
Mm-hmm.
He came back a ripper.
Right,
Yeah.
now here's the thing. He didn't come back the fun-loving hippie we all came to love, and he didn't come back as the maniacal, rampaging demon we were all praying for.
That's why we didn't come back the way we wanted him.
I mean, last episode, we theorized about that he's going to come back and he's going to be the first demon introduced into the Vampire Diaries. We were all excited and bouncing and dancing and ready,
I'm
and
so disappointed. I was watching, I'm like,
Lily just deflated that whole... Yeah, exactly my reaction when Lily came along, like, you're not yourself. You're like... I'm like, no, he's another Ripper. That's so fucking boring.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, that was the obvious sign. Like, okay, so this is not an unnatural thing. He actually is a Ripper. This is him, just
when
him
he's
not controlling
jacked up
himself.
on blood.
Yeah,
I had to laugh at the joke of her favorites are Rippers.
they seem to be.
Yeah.
So I'm sad about that. The hell with... Yeah.
We got ourselves all, like, pumped up.
We did.
We're like, demons,
We were
demons, demons,
so
demons.
excited.
And then he's just a Ripper.
Now we four
Like,
episodes. We're 4 episodes in. We got plenty of time for more fun stuff.
That's true.
So yeah, Damon's trades the newly resurrected Oscar, which I can only imagine what kind of hell he's gonna be because
Oh no, Lily's gonna have him tied up, and she's gonna start rationing him again. There's no way she's gonna try for sure. She's not gonna just let him go because he's just gonna rip people's throats out. In that case, she's gonna have to reform him.
right. But I wonder, will she figure out that he was dead or not?
That's the question. Is how long will it go before she finds out exactly what really happened?
So, but here's my question: didn't Valerie rip his heart out?
Yes.
So did Damon stuff it back in before they tried that with the Phoenix Stone?
No, the Phoenix Stone is animated life, even if he doesn't have his heart. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not pumping blood through his system per se. He's already a vampire.
I'm aware of the.
But it is a death sentence for your heart to be gone.
Yes.
So the question is
That's
how
stone.
does that work?
That's stone, though.
Yeah.
It's really... But, I mean, there's also Valerie. She knows she killed him. She doesn't know he doesn't have his memories. She doesn't know that he found... What's his face? That asshole that I don't want to
Julian.
come back? Julian?
Julian.
Yeah.
All we keep hearing is horrible bad things.
And
Yeah.
Lily's like, Julian was an angel. He was so special. I'm like,
Whatever.
wow, lady.
Were you
You're
Wait till-
more
blinded
nuts.
by your weird love for him, or was
Not
he
even...
just never showed you his darker side?
It was him just manipulating her and being nice to her face and doing his skifty shit in the background. Also, she was blinded not by love, but by words.
Words.
She says it was love, but obviously he didn't feel the same way about her. Otherwise, he would have been a nicer guy.
Yeah. He was all about me, 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 me. I think I even used that to describe him the last time we spoke about him. That exact phrase. Me, 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 me,
Oh,
me,
yeah.
me, me, me. Okay. So moving on to the other major point of this fun stuff. Stefan and Caroline distracting Nora and Mary Louise. Now, am I the only one who just didn't give a shit about their little lover spat that they were having for a good half of this episode?
Well, it's going to come into play big time. I mean, we saw a little bit of it this time, but, it's actually kind of paralleling with Stefan and Caroline. I mean, they kind of had their spat, their distance, and then they came back in the end. Whereas Nora and Mary did the same thing.
I think it's going to be a little bit more of a. I think it's more of a plot thing with those two because it is going to be continue to start, conflict. Even though they came back together at the end, she's moving forward, while the other's not.
Yeah, Nora is adapting, whereas Mary Louise is very traditional, and she doesn't want change. She's scared of it.
Yeah. She just 100 years later, everything's changed. Culture's different, and
I think what they're doing is they're trying to humanize the heretics, so we actually start feeling for them. Because initially, I was like, yeah, they're cool and everything, but I don't like them because I don't know them.
They're trying. I see.
That's why we liked Oscar so much the first time we saw him, because he was humanized, like, immediately.
Right, and that's my thing. I think they're trying to humanize them so they can pull in originals and have a spin-off series. No, because they introduced the original, Elijah and Klaus, and then they introduce the rest of their family. They humanize all of them. They make them great characters, and then they spin them off. I just have the strange. I see the same thing going all over again. But it is slightly interesting because Lily comes up with this. They're my family. I love them. They kept me sane. And
I gotta say, it's just, if that's their plan, they need to get their shit together more.
Yeah.
Because right now, I just feel like they're a bunch of stupid characters.
I know.
Yeah, but we do have 18 episodes till the very end of this season, so.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying. At this
there's a lot of
right
time
now,
for that.
And
but right now they really do need to flesh out the heretics. Otherwise, nobody's gonna get attached to them.
And my favorite part about it is. Like, the part that I find most interesting about them is, all last season, Lily's like, I gotta get my family back, I love them, they're great, they kept me sane, all this other stuff. And then she gets her family back, and you find out, not all of them really feel the same about her.
Well, I mean, how many years in a prison world, and they were rationed to the point where they were desecrating because there wasn't any fresh blood around for them?
Yeah, I think only one of them actually is fully loyal to Lily.
That would be
the mute one,
Mr. X on the chest guy.
Yeah, the guy whose name I don't remember.
Bo.
Right. Bo seems the only one who's 100% devoted. Mary Louise and Nora seem just they're in it for each other, and if anything threatens the other, they'll turn on Lily. Valerie
doesn't give two shits about.
As long as Julian's not around, she's fine.
Yeah, but
you know what? I think Valerie is loyal. It's just she doesn't want Julian to be around. Because I don't blame her. He beat her senseless until her baby died, and then she just chose death over, traveling at that point, and then turned into the first heretic ever. Yeah. So I don't blame her for not wanting him around. He is kind of a dick. A lot of.
Well, yeah, he's a dick. That's established. But I don't know about Valerie's loyalty. I think she's very much. She's gonna pick herself over anyone else.
She's a loose cannon.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's tough to. She's really tough to figure out right now. She's got so many things going on in her head because, she wants to be loyal to Lily. But she wants to be free, but she wants to come clean with Stefan, and she's just all up in there crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I can't wait to see Bo's backstory, though.
Yeah, because I'm kind of curious.
The Mark and the Phoenix Stone come into play for that. So we not only do we get to hear Bo's backstory, but we get to hear more about the Phoenix.
Mm-hmm. And, Oscar obviously knew what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So
probably had something to do with Bo.
And I think we know it has something to do with Julian as well.
God damn it. Of course it does.
He is coming.
Yeah, we know he is.
We're going to get another big royal douchebag.
At least he's only just a vampire.
Yeah. Okay, I know we were talking about when we started talking because I was like, I really see from the beginning. This is why I know we talked about the spinoff, and I'm like these characters. I liked Klaus and all of them right from the beginning.
Yeah, me too.
A lot of people did.
That they were a whole nother thing. You attached to them almost immediately. wow, the heretics are getting.
One of them died in the first episode they were introduced.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
exactly.
yeah, Malcolm.
That
What
was
they
his name.
did, what they did with the originals was they kind of like gave us teasers and like, oh, this is coming, this is coming, this is coming. So we kind of like got really hyped up for them. So when we actually got to meet them and saw that they were who they were, it was really like just it was awesome.
Ah.
But the heretics, they're like, oh yeah, there's these guys and they're witches too. It's like, really? Okay, what about them? We had heard nothing about them other than there were six of them and they were Lily's family. That's it. That's all we heard. Nobody liked Lily either.
I know, and this
Yeah.
is a
Came out of left
travesty.
field.
This is a travesty that I'm mentioning this season, but back in season 5, the Travelers seemed far more dangerous than the fucking heretics.
They did.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
they oversold them, in my opinion. Like, you got 6 witches who are also vampires, meaning they have an infinite source. 6 siphoner witches who have an infinite source of magic to siphon off of. They made them sound like, the nuclear weapons of the witch of the magic world here.
Yeah.
And, again, the Travelers had way more bite, in my opinion. But that's just me.
The Travelers had like connections to the other side and they had like almost demonic connections to the other side. Like they just had so much power.
Oomph.
They had oomph. They did. And I mean, that is a lot of power too to have. I mean, it's not unlimited because you're not dragging the power out of yourself, but the other side was a huge deal. And to be able to channel that power from that source,
Yeah,
that's big.
that was
So, I
big.
mean, yeah, I agree. The Travelers seem like right now that they're a much bigger threat.
Oh yeah, I really feel right now the heretics are kind of a very weak villain.
I honestly think Julian's bringing more to the. He's going to be bringing more
That's
to the
what
table.
I'm hoping for. I'm hoping to see, I know that's why I think it's part of the reason why we're so excited to please bring demons on, because it was like we need
something new.
Yeah, we need a bigger evil, because
And-
right now they're just kind of meandering.
And I'm not sated. My bigger evil desire has not been sated because, again, 4 episodes in. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, it does seem a lot longer. It really
It's
does.
not. Anyway, Caroline gets her little spell removed. You touch, vervain skin that she's got going on. Creative, grab and hold not Valerie, Nora.
Nora.
Grab and hold Nora and say, here's your options. You either siphon the spell off or you keep burning.
Yeah.
Effective.
I like it when Caroline gets all rah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's when she gets fiery and sassy, you watch out. I mean, I love Caroline now. When first season Caroline, I wanted her to die. I
hate
wanted
her.
her to die.
Everybody
But-
hated her.
Caroline now, she's awesome.
Yeah, she's much more awesome than she was.
Her character is very much developed
Oh yeah.
amazingly over the last,
Last couple seasons.
Yeah, exactly. Just over the few seasons, but
Yeah.
the first and a little bit into the second season, she was awful. I was like, you have to be the biggest dumb blonde in the whole damn world, and it's like,
Yeah.
she was awful.
I mean, and then like when she first got turned, she was just way too obsessive
Oh yeah,
and emotional, and it was just like she got the whole like tenfold thing, like more than tenfold. She got like a 50-fold, and
yeah.
it just made her her character even worse, and it was really hard to handle as well. So
and bad, horrible personality traits that only got amplified with the whole vampirism. So it's like, okay, I kind of hate you even more now. You're ridiculous. You need
Just a wee
to
bit.
go away. So they dialed her character back as it went, and that's what's made
you
her
know
so
who
much
we
better.
can thank for that? The whole dialing back. The person I don't want to thank because of his face. Tyler.
Oh,
He's
resting poop
face.
face.
Yes. He actually brought her character, he grounded her a little bit, and that's how she started to grow.
I can't do resting poop face. Tyler hasn't mastered.
He does.
And
He is
now,
always like,
like when he found out that that Klaus came back from New Orleans and him and Caroline had a fling in the woods, the That was the epitome of resting poop face.
So mad.
Okay.
That was
Anyway.
the best scene. That was the best scene. That scene in the woods with them was amazing.
Back on topic.
Yeah.
What
I
is the
love
first thing, great, the spell's off, snaps Nora's neck, and what is the first thing they do? They make out over 2 unconscious heretics. I don't know if they actually did that. But shortly after, that was pretty much it. He was like, okay, spell's removed, let's go fuck right now, upstairs.
And she continued to keep trying to talk. I was like, tell her, bitch, shut up.
She's super anxious though.
Oh, I
Like
know.
she's nervous about Valerie being back in the picture, even though she's not really. But she's still nervous about her.
She's nervous about her,
Well,
even though Stefan
she's
says,
right.
don't be.
But like she said it clear the other time, like when someone makes a huge impression and like your first love, they make a lasting stay in your heart. You're never gonna forget them. And Valerie was Stefan's first love, so he's never gonna forget about her.
Indeed. Okay,
Wait till he finds out about Valerie before she got turned.
there is that. The whole Preggers thing.
Oh, yeah. That's gonna be interesting when that comes up finally.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna come up next episode.
What?
Wow.
Sorry, it's in the promo, like the
Is it
next
really?
week on
I
Vampire
didn't, like,
Diaries.
oh,
Thanks for punching us in the gut with a
Sorry.
spoiler.
Please.
It's like
And
I was
where
coming.
am I gonna be?
I was coming back for you. Stefan. I was pregnant. Like that is like half of the promo.
Wow. And I'm not gonna be here.
Anyway, on to the probably the most interesting part of the episode, for me anyway. The last 15 seconds when Bonnie succeeds and Jo opens her eyes. So, here are my list of questions. Does Jo have amnesia?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. If Oscar does, so I'm sure she does too. But the question is, how far back?
How far back is the next question. The third question, because the babies died about the same time that Jo did, are they back with her? Is she retroactively pregnant?
We don't know. See, we don't even know if that's like.
The way I thought about it is they are still developing. In a lot of people's eyes, they are soulless. They haven't gotten their souls yet. So I'm guessing that the Phoenix Stone, makes a connection back the soul with the body, right? I don't think Jo's going to be all there because she had to give up parts of her soul to the children that are going to be resurrected with her. So she's going to be the cuckoo one in the cloak, shooting things that are evil because she can't tell the difference anymore because she's not all there.
That's possible. So, I mean, we can assume that she is pregnant or gets pregnant really soon because in our flash forward for this episode, 3 years into the future, what just happened?
We lost. So it's okay. Keep going.
Okay.
We lost your share screen. So
I lost your cameras. Got them back.
Okay, whatever that was.
I have no idea what just happened.
Are we still on the?
I don't know. We'll figure this out later. Anyway,
Okay.
Alaric has 2 daughters. Twin girls. Twins.
They're so
Twins,
cute.
just like before she died.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a weird, awkward silence all of a sudden.
Well, we're really dark in compare. Like
I noticed
I'll
that.
talk to you guys. Just keep it going. We're almost done.
Okay.
So here are my final questions. Did she come back preggers? I guess we could assume yeah.
You
That's-
know what? I hope so. It's gonna add so much more to the story.
Right. Second.
Oh no, it's 3 years ahead. You need to look math wise. Okay, so the girls look like they're gonna be obviously in toddler stage, so they're looking 3 years about. We know that it's 3 years ahead. It would have to be Jo.
Yeah.
Unless he hurried up and ran ran off with someone real quick
I don't think that happened.
I don't think
'Cause-
so either. But I mean that's
You could say like, oh, in a drunken stupor, but he was never drunk to be stupor.
so it has to be from her. That's an absolute.
it's got to be a Joe. It's got to be Joe.
Yeah, it's got to be. And now my final question, is Matt Donovan going to ever have any other meaningful role than the token human character who's praying to not die?
No.
Because Matt, this whole season, has been, I mean, more useless than he usually is.
No, he's not. I mean, we're not seeing as much as him as we did last season. We're not seeing nearly as much. But he actually has a role that he's filling instead of the token kid that is human. He's actually keeping the peace in the slightest sense.
In the slightest sense.
Which is more than any other sense that he's had ever.
Though I see him coming into to bigger play as we have deemed words. Yeah, as we see, that he's coming back and he's like, I'm gonna help, protect the city and I'll, keep you guys, in check. I think Matt's gonna come into play bigger as we go on.
That's what I said last season, and
he didn't.
He really didn't.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe he will. Maybe what? I don't know. It's he's not a bad I don't like.
He's not a horrible character.
No, so I don't. He does just fill the small spot.
He really does.
He does.
But they're trying. I mean, it is trying to push forward. I mean, him with the whole we become a cop and he's helping out a little. We just don't. Yeah, we don't see him a lot.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Is that really your last question? Because we didn't even talk about Enzo. We saw him a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah, I forgot entirely about Enzo.
We know that Enzo has the hots for Lily.
He's got a crush on her.
I think it's more than a crush. But I mean,
who's Julian?
Yeah, he's like,
no,
he's gonna be on Valerie's side, anti-Julian. Like, we're stopping this shit ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
He wants Lily, and he wants her skirt off.
Not much more can be said besides that.
Nope. But that's still. I mean, it's worth saying because it's part of the whole Julian plot thing.
It is worth saying, and I completely forgot about Enzo.
It's because he hasn't really been playing that much of a role either. Unfortunately, because I actually like him.
Oh yeah, I do too. He's got a lot more depth and you see it every once in a while. He's got a lot going on in his head, and I'm like, I really like your character. I wish you were around more often.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like when he was the character that kept me going in the Traveler season.
Mm-hmm.
He was just so interesting, and he's just kind of pittered off.
Indeed.
Very small. I definitely would like to see him come into bigger play. Again, this is another character where I think we're leading into stuff because obviously him and Valerie are going to be running around and doing stuff. So
I hope.
I hope. Yeah, I hope. You're right. Yeah, he is a very interesting character. He's got a lot going on, and we don't get to see it, and it's sad.
You know what? I even shipped him and Caroline for a little bit.
Oh yeah, I know. Me too.
Teensy bit.
Just yeah, me too. Just a little bit.
Well,
but no, he does. No, Caroline doesn't deserve Enzo. I'm sorry.
No, we got Caroline and Stefan, but not for much longer because Caroline is in the future, in 3 years from now, engaged, very likely to Tyler. That whole first love thing is going to come right back and bite her in the ass.
Yeah, they did. They kind of pointed that out. I really think that does sound like the direction it could be going.
They didn't come out and say it was Tyler, but they really made it feel like it was Tyler.
They dropped so many hints.
Well, maybe those hints are misguided and we're thinking completely wrong. Maybe Tyler's just her manager.
I know. Well, but that's true.
Or they're still just friends. I mean, we know that they're still friends.
Yeah.
That is true. You're
right. It's possible that
maybe her and Enzo.
Oh, and then we forgot.
Maybe my ship was right.
You said
what?
You said Tyler. He came around at the end of the episode while Damon was actually writing in his little diary.
I forgot about that.
To take Elena's coffin to who knows where.
He kind of lets Elena go a little, which I'm glad that they did that because I think it's gonna move his character into something else for a little while, so we don't have her kind of looming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's about time. You know what? I'm even more sick of Elena now that she's dead than I was when she was alive.
Thank you. I agree.
Anyways.
Next episode is called Live Through This.
Bam.
And here we go. This is the official synopsis, and it's a decent-sized one. After realizing the downward spiral he was on, Damon decides he's going to turn over a new leaf and that his actions moving forward will do right by Elena. Lily prepares for the arrival of a special figure from her past.
Oh, God.
Shit. While Enzo stands by, not sure what to expect. Elsewhere, at Caroline's... I know, that sounds ominous. Elsewhere, at Caroline's urging, Stefan comes face-to-face with Valerie and learns some upsetting details about her past, while Enzo and Bonnie find themselves at odds when they're forced to fend off a violent threat. Finally, when Bonnie learns some disturbing information involving the Phoenix Stone, she is forced to confront Alaric. So the only thing the actual promo, like the preview 20-second clip shows, is Caroline urging Stefan to go see Valerie. Valerie saying, I was coming back for you, I was pregnant. And then him on the phone with Caroline, is there anything you need to tell me? Nope, nothing at all. And whew, next week on Vampire Diaries.
Huh. So he's not going to tell her that Valerie was pregnant.
Mm-mm.
No, but she'll probably find out. She'll find out eventually.
All of the other crap that I just read off that synopsis didn't even show a bit of it. Not a jot.
Well, I mean, they can't give us peek and everything. I mean...
Well,
so here's my prediction. Julian comes back. Enzo doesn't like it. Enzo and Bonnie, they find themselves at odds when Oscar goes on another fucking rampage. Oscar reveals some tidbit about the Phoenix Stone to Bonnie, and then Bonnie has to tell Alaric the information because Joe's going to probably go on some kind of rampage.
Like I said, she's not all
Sounds
there
pretty
because she had to split her soul up for her kids.
That's an interesting theory. I don't know if that's the way they're going to go.
Well, that's how it's going to happen. Me and Julie Plec.
she's like, I got this.
I got you. Anyway, that's our show. Kim, where can they find you?
HUFFITY, PUFFITY.
Good rhymes. Ah. Momi, where can they find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyYVENOM24.
And 15 feet that way.
That's where you can find her.
That's where I can find her. You can find me on Twitter and places at Philodrin, right there. You can find all of us on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, Gmail, Google+, and MySpace. I said MySpace already. And YouTube. YouTube's the big one, at ASOTV Podcast. You can follow us at those places for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. I don't get it. What's going on?
Oh, it looks like there's like a face or something going on right there.
It does look kind of like a face.
I was like...
I don't see it.
I kind of see it.
No. Just pet it some more. Maybe it'll come out more.
Follow us,
Make you
podcasts,
excited.
favorite TV shows, ASOTV Podcasts, YouTube. I got interrupted during my spiel. If you're watching live, Heroes in about 15 minutes. Stay tuned.
Whoa.
Bye.
Ciao.